Okay, I've had some people ask for help with iXL L12. First thing you need to do is make sure you're logged in and it has your name up here and you're on the correct one, and you want to get a SMART score of 70. So if you look here, it asks, write the coordinates of the vertices after a reflection across the line y equals negative x. Well, if you're not sure about that, you can come over here to Canvas. In the how-to module, I wrote in the how-to module, this little page right here, it says to help with L12. So you click on that, there's rotations at the top, reflections at the bottom. So if you look at that, and you notice down here where it says across the line, y equals negative x. Let's see what happened. We have x and y, and that changes to yx, and they're both negative. So I switch their places, and I negate both of them. Let me come back over here, and let me just switch their places first. It's really nice. They already have them ordered right here. So I'm just going to switch their places. So I'll do negative 10 and 3, negative 9 and 4, negative 8 and 3, negative 9 and negative 5. So let me see. Okay, and so now I need to negate them. So I'm going to change the sign. So this negative 10 is going to be positive. This positive 3 is going to be negative. This negative 9 is going to be positive. This positive 4 is going to be negative. This negative is going to be positive. This positive is going to be negative. This negative is going to be positive. This negative is going to be positive. So that is reflecting across the line y equals negative x. Okay. Next question says, write the coordinate of the vertices after a rotation 180. And obviously I know yours are going to be in a different order, but they're the same type problems. So write the coordinates of the vertices after a rotation of 180. If you don't know how to do that, go back to that help thing that I have, rotating 180 degrees. Okay, so I rotate 180 degrees. I'm just going to take my x and y and make them both negative. Okay. So over here, it already has my points. I don't even have to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and just write those points here. 8, negative 6, 8, negative 9. Okay. And then when I'm rotating 180, I just make both of them negative. So I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm going to make that a negative 2, and that's just going to be a positive 5. Negative 2. You can't make a 0 negative. Negative 8, positive 6, negative 8, positive 9. Okay. Write the coordinates of the vertices after a translation 6 units left and 10 units up. There's two ways you can do this. You could actually look at it on the graph since they have that, or you can figure out, okay, 6 units left is actually subtracting 6 from the x. So if I do that, I could say, okay, I have 1. 1 minus 6 is negative 5. Here I've got 1. 1 minus 6 is negative 5. Here I've got 10. 10 minus 6 is 4, and the same for here. And then 10 units up, I'm adding 10 to the y. So negative 9 plus 10 is 1. Negative 6 plus 10 is 4. Negative 4 plus 10 is 6. Negative 9 plus 10 is 1. Okay, here's another one for rotating 180 degrees around the origin. So let's look here, rotate 180 degrees. You're just making the x and y negative. Now here, it didn't give you the points. You're actually having to draw them out. So let's just figure out what they are. So I've got 7, 0. So to do the opposite of that, I would have negative 7, 0. Okay. Then if I did this point right here, it was 6, 2. So I would do negative 6, negative 2. Okay, so I have to go in the same order. So now I'm going to go up to L, and that is 7, 7. So I'm going to go negative 7, negative 7. And then this one is 8, 2. So I'm going to go negative 8, negative 2. Write the coordinates of the vertices after a reflection across the line x equals 5. That means it is going through the x-axis at 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you could draw a line, let me show you if I take a snip of this. Okay. Now I can draw on it. So if you have a line at at x equals 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, it's this line right here. Let me change that color. So this line you're reflecting across, and that's straighter than it actually is. That is actually not straight at all. Okay, so now to know how to do this, you really just want to see, you want it to reflect, if you were to fold on that line, it would look exactly the same on both sides. So like a mirror image. So this U is 1 point to the left. So its match is going to be 1 point to the right. So that is U prime. V is 1 to the left of this line. So the other one is going to be 1 to the right of that line. Okay. S is 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. So I want the other one to be 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my S. T, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. 2, 3, 4 to the right. And that's my T. Ms. Lupo, how am I supposed to know what those numbers are? You go and count them. So you see what that ordered pair is. So S is going to be, you went right 9 and down 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. That one didn't change. Sorry. So the Y values are not going to change. So this will be -7. This will be -2. This will be +2. This will be -3. So those stay the same. So only the x's are moving. So for S, it would be 9. For T, it would be 9. For U, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one should also be 6. So let me move this and then type those in. What a mess. Made my picture go away. Okay, let's see. Okay, and that was correct. Graph the image after reflection across the y-axis. Again, when you're doing reflection, you just want to see how far it is from that line. So here's my y-axis. So how far is it? It's 2 to the left. So I'm going to find its match, I'm going to go 2 to the right. For B, it's 2 to the left on that same line. Okay, and then I'm down on this line, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need to mirror image that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there it is across the y-axis. If it asked for it across the x-axis, you would just measure from this line here. Okay, graph the image of rectangle after a rotation 90 degrees clockwise. Now remember, 90 degrees clockwise is going to look like our -90 degrees, okay? So when you start with X and Y, you're going to switch them first and then change the sign of the X. Okay, so we're going to switch these. So I have to write these points down. Let me see if I can just take a snip and write it down. Come on. So plenty of room. Oh, gracious, where'd it go? There it is, okay. Let me make this pen thinner. Okay, so we've got C, D, E, F, 2, 1. Start the origin, go right 10, up 1. So E is 10, 5. F is 2, 5. Okay. So rotate 90 degrees. I'm going to switch my X and Y. So over here I'll have C prime, D prime, E prime, F prime. Okay, so instead of 2, 1, I'll have 1, 2. Instead of 10, 1, I'll have 1, 10. Instead of 10, 5, I'll have 5, 10. Instead of 2, 5, I'll have 5, 2. So now I'm changing the one of the sign on the right because it's going clockwise. So this will be negative, this will be negative, this will be negative, this will be negative. So now I just have to graph those. So 1, negative 2, that's my C prime. Then I've got 1, negative 10, this is D prime. Then I've got 5, negative 10, that's E prime. And then 5, negative 2 is F prime. So now I just need to move that over here and graph it. So I would have, I gotta look at my points again. 1, negative 2, and then negative 10 here, here. I believe that's where I put them. Yep. So I'm already at a SMART score of 55. I only have to get to a 70. Write the coordinates of the vertices after reflection across the y-axis. Notice this one, this point M is on the y-axis, so it's not going to change. So I'm going to go ahead and move down here. And that sucker is going to stay the same, okay? Because I just want to know the distance it is from the y-axis. Well, it's on the y-axis, so its distance is 0, so it doesn't move. This L is 1 away, so it's going to go 1 this direction. So that will be a positive 1, positive 1. Okay. This K, let's see, it says it's 10 away. So this one's going to be a positive 10, 1. And then N is 9 away. So this one's just going to be 9 away because it's reflecting across the y-axis. Yes. Okay. Graph the image after translation of 4 units right and 3 up. That's pretty easy because it has where you can graph it. So you're going to go 4 right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 up, 1, 2, 3. You're going to do that for each of these points. And you don't want to go from this one to the one across because it'll be weird. You either want to go to this one that's connecting a line or this one. It doesn't matter. Start down here. We'll go right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I'll need to do this one. So right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 3, 1, 2, 3. And then this one, go right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 64. Here's another one reflecting across y equals negative x. Oh, Miss Lupa, I don't remember it. Okay. If somebody only made you a helpful little chart. Oh, they did. Okay. So y equals negative x. So you're going to switch them. They're going to switch places and both be negated, negative signs. So we're going to switch places. And since here it doesn't tell me, it just wants me to graph it, I'm going to have to take a picture so I can write out my points. For me, on you, you would just write it on a piece of paper, but I'm trying to show you what it would look like. Okay, so first I need to write out what points I have for this orange one already. So I've got B, C, D, E. B is negative 9, negative 10. C is negative 6, negative 10. D is negative 7, negative 1. E is negative 9, negative 1. Okay, remember you always move left or right first and then up or down. All right, so to find my new point, what am I doing again? Y equals negative x. So I switch them, and I'm going to negate both of them. Let me change that back. Switch them and negate both of them. Where did my box go? There it is. Okay. So switch them. So I'm going to have B prime, C prime, D prime, E prime. Switch them and negate them. So switch them. I got negative 10, negative 9, negative 10, negative 6, negative 1, negative 7, negative 1, negative, oh, I forgot my negative 9. Now I'm going to negate them. Now I'm really lucky that all these were negative, so that just means all of them are going to be positive now. Okay, so let's do that and that. All right, so now if I graph them, I'm just going to do it over here. So my points I have were 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, 6, 1, 7. Let me just show you if I do it out of order. So if I just do 1, 9 already and then come back to 1, 7, see how that doesn't make the same shape? So you're going to have to move them. So you would just click it and drag it. So you need that to be 1, 7 and 1, 9. So if you accidentally have them switched, you can just move them around. Just make sure you have them on the right points. So 10, 6, 10, 9, 2, 7, 2, 9. Oh, I had it wrong, y'all. 1, 7, 1, 9. There we go. Okay, that's more like it. There we go. I'm almost there. Write the coordinates of the vertices after a rotation of 180 degrees. How do I do that, Ms. Lupo? 180. They stay X and Y in the same order. You just negate both of them. So it's already really nice. They gave me this. So they stay in the same order, just change signs. So I've got 10, 3, 2, 3, 9, 6. And I'm at 72. So I would come in, I would take a picture that had my name, the lesson number, and the SMART score all in the same picture. I'll do one more just for the fun of it. Write the coordinates of the vertices after a translation, 14 units left. Okay, 14 units left means I'm subtracting 14 from X goes left and right. So from the X. So my Y's are going to stay the same. -1, 3, 9, 5. And so I'm going left. So I'm going to subtract 14. So 4 minus 14 is -10. Same thing. 6 minus, what am I subtracting? 6 minus 14. That's not good. What is that? -8. I think. Let's hope. Okay, so that would be it. If you're reflecting across Y equals 2, you see where Y is 2. Let me do this. Over Y equals 2. Y equals 2 is where 2 is goes through the Y axis. So this right here, pretty much. Right. Oh, that was horrible. Let me fix that. Oh, bless America. Come on now. Okay, so this line right here over 2. Okay, so basically I just want to reflect it below to that line. So A is going to stay the same because it's on that line. D is, if you start here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. If you go down 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 above. So I'd go 8 below. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. Go down 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let me move this and graph that point, those points. We're not having to graph them, I just need to put them what they are. So A would be the same point, 3, 2, because it's on where Y equals 2. B is going to be, it's going to be 9 still, but it's going to be -2. C, the X is staying the same, so let me go ahead and do that. Okay, and so C was the one furthest away, so it's going to be the lowest. It's going to, what did it go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -6. And then D, I believe, is -2, which this one was 6, this one was 6, so it should be -2. Okay, so here's a repeat of those. So I hope this helped. If you still have questions, please let me know.